What's the most fascinated you've been by enemy equipment you captured? I was an explosive ordnance disposal tech in Iraq, used to seeing crude roadside bombs made from artillery shells and cell phone triggers. Nothing fancy, just deadly effective improvised devices. Then we hit this Taliban safe house outside Fallujah and found something that changed everything I thought I knew about insurgent capabilities. Hidden in the basement was a workshop that looked like something out of a James Bond movie. They had precision electronics equipment worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Circuit boards so advanced our own military was still testing similar technology. Radio frequency analyzers that could decrypt our encrypted communications. But the centerpiece was this device about the size of a briefcase. Looked innocuous enough until our intelligence officer ran the serial numbers. It was a prototype electronic warfare system that had been stolen from a defense contractor 6 months earlier. This thing could jam our radios, interfere with drone operations, even spoof GPS signals to make our guided munitions miss their targets. The Taliban had somehow acquired cutting-edge American military technology and figured out how to use it. What fascinated me most wasn't just the sophistication, but how they'd modified it. These weren't educated engineers or computer scientists. Most insurgents we encountered could barely read. Yet someone had reverse-engineered this system and improved on the original design. They'd added components that extended its range by 3 times, created a power supply using car batteries and solar panels that made it completely portable, even developed a user interface so simple that illiterate fighters could operate it effectively. The instruction manual was hand-drawn diagrams with Arabic annotations, step-by-step pictures showing which buttons to press, which dials to turn. They'd essentially created an idiot-proof guide to advanced electronic warfare. We spent 2 days documenting everything before shipping it back to headquarters. The tech guys were blown away. They'd been struggling to solve power consumption issues with the same equipment for months. The Taliban had cracked it using Radio Shack components and car parts. Intelligence traced the device back to a corrupt defense contractor employee who'd been selling prototypes on the black market. 3 other similar systems were unaccounted for, potentially in enemy hands across different theaters. But here's what really got to me. The workshop had clear evidence of trial and error. Burned circuit boards, failed experiments, notes documenting what worked and what didn't. Someone had spent months learning how this technology functioned. They'd even built testing equipment to verify their modifications worked correctly. Oscilloscopes, signal generators, frequency counters, a complete electronics lab hidden in a basement that looked like a medieval dungeon from the outside. The sophistication level was terrifying. We'd been assuming technological superiority meant automatic battlefield advantage. These guys proved that determination and ingenuity could level the playing field pretty quickly. After that discovery, Command changed how we approached electronic warfare, started assuming enemy capability rather than dismissing it, implemented new communication protocols, upgraded encryption, modified operational procedures. The soldier who'd been running that workshop was never identified, probably killed in the raid or escaped before we arrived. But his work had implications far beyond that single safe house. Within weeks, we started encountering jammers and spoofing devices across the entire area of operations. The technology had been shared, copied, distributed to other cells. What started as one stolen prototype became a widespread capability. That basement workshop taught me that innovation doesn't require formal education or expensive facilities, just motivation, time, and access to the right materials. Sometimes the most dangerous enemies are the ones who think outside conventional parameters. I kept photos of that setup throughout my deployment. Whenever we got complacent about our technological advantages, I'd show them to remind everyone that the other side was learning, adapting, improving their capabilities constantly. Years later, working private security, I still think about that workshop. How someone with probably zero formal electronics training had outperformed teams of engineers with advanced degrees and unlimited budgets. That's the thing about asymmetric warfare. The side with less resources often becomes more creative out of necessity.